Welcome back, everybody. Happy Friday to you. This is for all signs, Aries, all the way through to Pisces for the week ahead. Interesting. Sorry. Okay. We're going to start with Aries and make our way to Pisces. This is for the 6th through to the 12th. Please remember, I give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross-watch for somebody that you were dealing with. Let us get into it. What does Aries need to know for the week ahead? Happy birthday, Aries, by the way. Happy birthday to you. Okay. No clarifications. Aries, overall energy for this upcoming week. We have number 10, storm warning, and it is pertaining to number 3, marriage. This could be your energy. It could be somebody you're dealing with. This feels like there could be some turbulence taking place in a marriage. So, hi, Vicky. Again, it could be somebody else's marriage. It doesn't have to be yours, but there is the energy of feeling like something is a brewing, if you will. We have the Page of Wands. Well, that's you, Aries, with passion, drive, desire. And it feels like there's forward momentum, taking action towards the world. Aquarius, Capricorn energy. That's the ending of a cycle. So it's really time to celebrate and be joyous that something has finally come to an end. Now, it could be that that's what's causing some kind of turbulence. Maybe the marriage has come to an end. If it's not the actual marriage, something like maybe a career has come to an end, or something has shifted and there's trouble in somebody's paradise. Now, again, it doesn't have to be your marriage. It could be your friend's marriage. It could be your brother's marriage. It could be anything. But there's definitely a feeling of turbulence this week. And again, this feels good for you in the respect that you are triumphantly headed towards the ending of a cycle. Time to celebrate. A new cycle is going to be beginning. We have the 4 of Swords. This is all about rest, rejuvenation. It also talks about meditating, receiving guidance and downloads. And we have the Moon. Cancer energy, Pisces and Cancer on the Moon. The Moon is a few things. It does talk about needing to work through your fears, hidden secrets maybe coming to light, but it also does talk about, especially with the 4 of Swords prior to it, opening up to higher spiritual faculties. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 6, contract, pertaining to number 13, wealthy man. So again, we've got the storm warning with the marriage, and then we have a contract with a wealthy man. We could say it's a contract in marriage. We could say it's a work contract. Take it how it resonates for you. We do have a 6 of Pentacles, though. So what's brewing under the surface that you may not be aware of is some form of a windfall, a loan coming through, something to that extent, and balance. Oh, I heard being restored. We have the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. You're getting a new perspective on what? On justice. So you're getting a new perspective on Libra energy, balance, but also the scales, how things weigh out. It feels deeper energy-wise as far as what you're putting out, you're receiving back. That's going to be balance and justice. And then we do have the 7 of Cups, which to me talks about you're allowing your dreams and desires to formulate, if you will, to dream big. Sky's the limit. So Aries, there is a storm warning coming this week, but again, I feel like being forewarned is beautiful. It doesn't have to be your storm your marriage. It definitely can be. There's the ending of a cycle, beautiful energy. And with every ending comes a new beginning. So it is time to celebrate. And you do have a windfall coming through, some form of a contract with a wealthy man. We have your chakra card as number 7, holistic health. I hadn't planned on using these, but now we're going to because they're here. Affirmation: every little cell in my body is happy and healthy. You have drawn this card today to let you know that the healing is at hand. It is your natural state of being to be healthy in all aspects of your life. Your mind, body, and spirit are constantly working to attain good health. Due to the world we live in, which is filled with stress and toxic chemicals, disharmony is prevalent. The body, however, has an innate intelligence to heal. Your job is to get out of its way and clear your emotional and mental imbalance so the body can heal itself. I think I'm going to switch those out. We'll see. We'll see what I'm going to do. All right. That is what I have for you, Aries. We're going to move on to Taurus after I shuffle, and I will read the chat. I never read the chat while I'm pulling cards or reading cards, just so you are aware. All right. Hello, Gregory. Good morning. Hi. Is it Declan? Declan? I don't know if I said that correctly. I guess I could do those cards, but it feels like a lot. It feels like a whole lot. I'll probably still do them because I did it for Aries. Happy Friday, everybody. It's sunny here, so I'm excited. It's going to be a nice weekend. Nice, sunny weekend. Time to get out in nature. Although I don't mind being in nature when it's raining either. Okay. That was loud. I guess we will use these, but I hadn't planned on it. Okay. Taurus. Happy birthday, Taurus, soon. Happy birthday soon, I should say, starting on the 20th. All right. This is for the week ahead, the 6th through to the 12th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross-watch for somebody that you are dealing with. This is for Taurus. Whoop. What does Taurus need to know? Nice. Okay. Okay. Taurus, overall energy for this upcoming week. We have number 32, Door to Spirit. And it is pertaining to number 5, Mature Man. It's interesting because we have the world here in this card. And it feels, not only does it feel like there is some form of a cycle ending and a new one beginning, but this is ascension energy, especially with the Door to Spirit. You could be opening up to more gifts, heightened intuition, things of that nature. We have the 10 of Swords. That is, well, that's a cycle ending, an old way of thinking and believing, an old, I wouldn't even call it clarity, but I feel like you're going to be receiving more clarity, truth, honesty, cutting through the veil is what it feels like the fog is lifting. We have the Knight of Swords, fastest moving knight in the deck. And again, this talks about communication, clarity, truth, honesty. Interesting. We have the 5 of Cups. Wasn't expecting that. I feel like you've been focusing on maybe things that weren't working out. So the 5 of Cups is you can see This person is focusing on the cups that have spilled out. They're the ones that are in the light. That's what they're focusing on. But behind them, they have these full cups that are upright, that they're not even paying attention to because they're so busy focusing on what didn't work out, heartache, pain, whatever the case is, whatever emotion you attach to anything, which we attach emotion to just about everything. This is, for me, this feels like you're coming to an awareness that that which you focus on, you perpetuate, and you're shifting this old way of thinking or believing, this negative nilly kind of energy. The truth, I heard, is going to set you free. I feel like is coming in and in essence kind of hitting you like a ton of bricks, like this aha epiphany moment. So in the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have a woman holding a coin. To me, that feels very much to be the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to say that's you. Specifically, it would be Cancer, but I feel like this is your energy. And with the woman holding the coin, it feels as though prosperity, abundance, grounded, stable, and being in your energy, in your power. With the privileged lady, it's pertaining to a privileged lady. Now, this could be somebody that's coming in for you. Take it how it resonates. But this is the energy of, instead of focusing on what hasn't been working, feeling blessed, privileged, and grateful for what has been working, what you do have. This is life-changing with the Tower card, Scorpio energy, Scorpio Aries energy, a major shift and change. Again, like lightning, it comes out of nowhere. And it is, the Tower is life-changing. So an example of something life-changing is you shift your attitude and all of a sudden that high-paying job comes in, or you get a bonus, or you win, you know, a lottery or a scratch off, like something that changes your life, that is in alignment with this new understanding, clarity, and belief with the door to spirit. You've put a lot of work, energy, and effort into. We have a king of, that's the 8 of Pentacles. We also have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, specifically Virgo and Capricorn, but this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be you and another person you're dealing with, although it could also be you and, or you and you, your masculine and your feminine. And when that comes into balance, watch out. Like, then you're really in your power. So I feel like you're definitely shifting out of an old cycle. You have heightened gifts and abilities coming in. Also being closer to spirit, being able to kind of let go of that negative nilly or feeling trapped or stuck. Whatever epiphany comes in for you is going to change your life. We have number 16, determination. Number 16, determination. Affirmation, I am an unstoppable being of love and determination. You've called this card into your awareness today as a reminder of the power and importance of determination. This powerful energy is calling you to align with it as you bring out the determination that lies within you. Everything at some point requires that extra energy to push it to the next stage of creation. Interesting, because we have the 8 of Pentacles. That's the work, energy, and effort that you're putting in. And I feel like Taurus in nature are very determined once they set their mind to something. You just have to make sure that you've set it to the correct thing. All right, we're going to move on. I'm going to shuffle, read the chat, and we will head into Gemini. Ooh, I love to mow the grass. I don't know why. I find it very therapeutic. I always am the one to mow the grass, but it's because I enjoy it. Like I love the smell and just, I like it. I enjoy it. Same with gardening and all of that stuff. Thank you all for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. And for subscribing. I appreciate that as well. I appreciate all my subscribers, my group members. I think I love the smell of fresh cut grass because it correlates with like summer. And so I think my mind, it triggers that. It's almost like the relaxing of the sun and the energy and all the good stuff of summer. Okay, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Gemini. Gemini, this is for the week ahead, the 6th through to the 12th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Gemini doesn't feel like talking today. Ooh, okay, now you're just talking too much. Good grief. I'm just kidding. All righty. Okay, Gemini, overall energy, we have the Angel of Love, number 49, pertaining to number 29, imprisonment. It almost feels like when it comes to energy or the emotion of love, maybe it's towards another person or a thing, whatever this case is, could even be self-love. There's this imprisonment energy, which makes you feel stuck, stagnant, and or unable to move. It's false evidence appearing real, really is what it is, but it's also self-imposed prison. It's all your thoughts that are creating this energy of feeling stuck in something pertaining to love, something pertaining to your heart. We have the Death card. And the Death card is Scorpio energy. It's transmutation. I feel like there's a shift and change taking place. And what I find really interesting is that we're shifting from, I just want to say, fives are the symbol of change. It means change is abound. So you have the Five of Wands. We've got drama, chaos, you putting your energy into far too many people, places, and situations. And then we have the Five of Cups, which is, again, focusing on the negative aspects. We just had this card for Taurus. It's focusing on things that emotionally haven't worked out and dramatizing things and maybe even feeling emotionally drama. You're transmuting this. You're shifting out of this energy towards what? The Emperor energy. Specifically, it's Aries, but I feel like you are moving into, the Emperor is a boss energy. It's somebody who takes a leadership role in life, but not just in life, in their own life. Like, before you can lead anybody else, you need to be the leader in your own life. So I feel like you're transforming into this Emperor energy, into this energy of growth and power. But again, this transformation needs to take place. For some of you, I also feel like there could be a shift or change or ending taking place to some kind of a loveless situation or heartbreaking, if you will, situation that feels very dramatic and chaotic, pertaining to somebody that you perceive as somebody maybe you put on a pedestal or on a throne, a boss of sorts. They could be their own boss. They could be very controlling. But again, that's not for everybody. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 19, rest and rejuvenation. Love it. Meditation, and it's pertaining to number 20, house. So as many of you know, I consider the house to be about the mind. And although this could pertain to you taking time to meditate in your home alone, maybe, you know, getting into your spiritual practices in the comfort of your home. I also feel like this pertains to meditating away, clearing out the clutter, the cobwebs from the mind. The old rooms in the mind are different areas of the mind that need to be cleaned out, things that maybe you've been holding on since childhood, and it's time to open that door and release it, let it go. Things that inevitably will infect, interesting. I was going to say affect, but maybe even infect our health and our well-being. Once that is done, or while you're doing that, I will say we have the Ace of Pentacles. You do have a windfall of sorts coming in, a brand new opportunity, and it's something tangible in the 3D. It feels very business or work oriented. And we have the Three of Wands. This is something that you've been waiting on, something you've been waiting for. So on the love front, I definitely feel like you are going to be taking a leadership role in your own life. I also feel like there's been a time where you felt stuck, stagnant, or kind of unable to move in a situation pertaining to the heart. I will also say that for some of you, this is talking again about the fact that you are leaving somebody behind that embodies that Aries emperor energy, somebody who's controlling and the boss, somebody that's, you know, a leader of sorts. But you are receiving, for some of you, this is a home business. This is something spiritual that you're doing from home. And that's what you're receiving, this windfall. Something you've been waiting on. Okay, we have number 26, dreams. Number 26, dreams. I should have been telling you all what the chakra was. I don't know why I thought you would have already known, but third eye chakra. Affirmation, I receive profound wisdom and guidance in my dream state. I manifest my heart's desires and dreams into reality. This could be a dream state when you're in meditation. Side note there. This card is a sign that your dreams are a big part of your journey and at present. It's time to take a little more notice of your dreams. Currently, your soul is guiding you and offering you messages through this medium. You may like to start a dream diary to remember your dreams and keep track of the messages you are receiving. Beautiful. Gemini, that is what I have for you. We're going to move on to Cancer. It could have already happened for you. But maybe for somebody else, they're rolling through it now. Also, I didn't clarify, so there could have been more to it. No clarifying on Fridays. Although I'm in the process of getting the mid-monthlies done. Those are interesting. Interesting. Mwahahaha. That's very possible as well. Jumping timelines. Hi, HT. I'm just going to leave it at that. HT. Okay. Cancer. All right, Cancer. This is for the week ahead, the 6th through to the 12th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. You only get one of those. I don't know which one, but you only get one. How about we just take the one on the bottom and leave the other ones? I'll read them, but I won't read the book. How does that sound? We'll do that. Oh, decisions. All right, Cancer. Don't forget to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watch for somebody that you were dealing with. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. All right, Cancer. Overall energy for this upcoming week. We have number 43, man holding a coin, and it's pertaining to number 21, family room. Man holding a coin is feeling very grounded and stable. Family room, I feel like, pertains to your immediate family or your home space. You could feel very grounded and stable. There could be some kind of a remodeling taking place and or receiving like new furniture, I'm getting. So take that how it resonates. We have the Emperor. So the Emperor is Aries energy specifically. This could pertain to a boss or somebody who is of authority in your life. Maybe it's your father or your grandfather. Maybe it is a husband or something to that extent. Somebody that holds authority in the home. It's interesting because we have the Five of Pentacles. So I almost wonder if this man holding the coin is pertaining to the Emperor in your life. That would be the energy. The Five of Pentacles is feeling like being left out in the cold. It's also lack. And it talks about being careful of what you focus on because you're creating it. So the more lack you feel or unworthy or disparaging, the more you're going to create that. And it's already started taking place in your financial sector. We have the Empress in the reverse, Taurus, Libra energy. So here's the deal. The Empress is all about prosperity, abundance, new beginnings. It's a time of fertility as well. In the reverse, it feels like this is I'm seeing a dredge going through sludge. It feels very dark, disparaging. And it's interesting because it almost feels like this would be it is the counterpart to the Emperor, but it feels as though, and you can't put this on another person. These are your emotions and feelings, but it almost feels as though this person makes you feel a certain kind of way. And I don't like the word makes you because you choose how you feel. You choose, more or less you're triggered. This person is triggering something within you that creates this feeling of lack or unworthiness and this feeling of helplessness, like you aren't able to create or manage something. It's very interesting. They could be the head of the household, and maybe that's why they're so strong in your energy, because they're the ones in control, right? They're the ones that are in the power. Reverse this if you need to. This could be you doing this to another person. Again, not doing it to. It's a trigger. It's something that, in fact, we call people into our lives to trigger us so that we can then be reflected into understanding what we need to shift and change in our own life. I will say in the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 50, Angel of Strength, pertaining to number 4, a courtship. And what I find interesting is that it almost feels like you are the one in that energy dealing with somebody who might be more controlling. Because it feels like in the underlying, you could be taking your power back, pertaining to some kind of a relationship, whatever that looks like. You could also be feeling more powerful if there is somebody attempting to court you. We have a Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is specifically Libra energy, but it is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And it feels like, Cancer, this is possibly somebody you're dealing with, but it's an energy that you should be embracing with being very diplomatic, but also willing to cut out people, places, and situations that don't serve your best and highest good. Now, when I say that people are a reflection, if you cut somebody out of your life because it's just too much, that's understandable in order for you to tend to yourself without having that constant trigger effect. However, if you just cut somebody out and you're like, oh, they're the problem, it was their fault, you're never going to shift that internal part of you that called them in to begin with. So the next one is gonna do the same. It'll just keep rearing its head in any situation. That's what I mean by repeating cycles. So I definitely feel like there's a major, I don't even want to say that the shift is here yet because it's not, doesn't feel like it's here yet, but I do feel like you have the ability to take your power back. How you choose to use that is really up to you. So we had 3 cards pull out for you, and I'm not going to read the definition on all of these. I guess I will pick one, but I will say we have number 16, determination, which somebody else has already gotten. So watch your other placements. We have number 22, life purpose, and we have number 11, inspiration. I'm going to read inspiration. I feel like this courtship or whatever is giving you the strength to possibly make that choice. You would need the determination to follow your life purpose, but let's read inspiration. Sacral chakra, affirmation. Inspiration is constantly flowing through me at all times, and I am inspired. You have called this card into your awareness today because it is time to get inspired. Find your passion and share it with the world. Yeah, turn things inward. Figure out what you're passionate about, what drives you. Okay, we're going to move on to Leo after I shuffle. Do a little shuffle, shuffle. Aging. I don't know if I said that correctly. Aging. I don't know what your sign is. I've done Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. We're on Leo here in a moment, and then we're moving all the way to Pisces. So I might have already done yours. I don't know. Thank you again for hitting the like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all tremendously. Thank you, thank you. Happy Friday. My goodness, it is a beautiful day here anyway. I'm having a wonderful day. Well, Chris, don't overthink and overanalyze. And if something is broken up, that means there's something better for you out there, even if it pertains to that person maybe coming back at some point. You never know. But I will tell you that overthinking and overanalyzing will create havoc. So focusing on yourself is going to shift that energy, and focusing on filling up your own cup and being confident and loving towards self will call somebody in like that matches that energy. Okay. Oh, we're on Leo right now. Ready? Let's find out. Leo, woo, this is for, holy shnikey. That's amazing. This is for the week ahead, the 6th through to the 12th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Okay, Leo, mother of goodness. Wow. Okay. Overall energy, Leo, for this upcoming week, we have number 51, Healer of Ages, and it's pertaining to number 7, Message. So feeling the Healer of the Ages could be that somebody is coming in for you, and or you're in the midst of healing yourself. Could even be that you are a healer. but it's pertaining to a message. So there could be a message that you received that could be like the healing antidote for all. You know what I mean? Like healer of the ages is like, wow, like that was amazing and completely shifted my energy. Like the fastest healing. Healer of the ages is like, you think of Jesus, like, you know, fixing people right in front of their very eyes kind of energy. But this is coming in the form of a message. So you could be receiving this intuitively. It could be somebody that's coming in for you, but it's some message that you're receiving. It's going to bring back balance into your life. The Justice card, Libra energy. I want to say that the balance is really important when it comes to any kind of situation you're dealing with. And by balance, it doesn't, a lot of times we want to play the victim or the victor, and that's our ego energy. And normally it helps somewhat, like when we feel superior and we're like, yeah, it's all their fault. Or, you know, I really showed them. But in reality, that's not balanced. So wanting the best for everybody involved is always the balanced approach. Like whatever is meant to be is going to be. I just want what's best for me and everybody involved. We have the Four of Wands. So there's balance coming into the Four of Wands is a couple things. It's a union. But it also does, for me, talk about your templed path, walking your soul purpose. So for some of you, this is balance coming, I think maybe for both, for a union, but also the templed path, walking the path that you're meant to be on. We have the Hierophant in the reverse, Taurus energy. So there is no commitment here. Whatever this situation is, the balance that's coming in is there's no commitment. When it comes to your templed path, you definitely want to have a commitment towards your templed path, but there could be a lack of a commitment taking place in some kind of a union. What I would say about the lack of commitment, well, I mean, you really need to understand if it's on your templed path or not. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 2, not 22, journey. So this is a new cycle beginning. This means that you've closed out an old cycle. It's time to look fear in the face and take a leap of faith and move in a new direction. And it's pertaining to number 21, family room. And if you look at the card, this person looks like they have their luggage, they've got their bags packed, and it almost feels like they're leaving a family room. So are we leaving a home situation? Are we moving out of our parents' house for the first time? I gotta tell you, I'm 46 years old. And if I could live with mommy again, I so would. She passed when I was 18, but I cannot tell you how many times I have been like, dude, I'd pay all the rent. I'd pay all our bills. I just want to go home to mommy. Anyway, I think that our culture here in the United States anyways does it backwards. I feel like we should all just be one big happy family. Learn to get along, right? I feel like you're leaving a situation. We do have a King of Wands. I feel like that's you. It's Sag, technically, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. I feel like this is you taking your power back. And then we have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. When you take your power back and you take that leap of faith and you get excited for what's to come, you become an alchemy. You're manifesting, you're creating. When you bring that balance back into your life, it's like the world is your oyster. So you're definitely manifesting. And what are you manifesting? A Queen of Cups. So if it isn't specifically a water sign, it could just be representing that energy of somebody who's kind, caring, compassionate, highly intuitive, psychic. It's also love. It is the Queen of Cups, which is love. So I definitely feel like you're pulling that into yourself. But again, must get in balance. Also take that leap of faith. What I thought was super interesting when I pulled your chakra card, because you're Leo, we have number 3, nurturing. And that to me, it might look like a tiger. It looks more like a lion to me. Okay, I'm going to say it's a lion. It's you. So I feel like this is very synchronistic. Number 3. Okay. This is the Earth Star Chakra. Ooh. Affirmation. I am nurturing myself in all aspects of life, and I am open to receive this powerful, loving energy now and always. That's your affirmation. You have called upon this card today as an invitation to create more nurturing in your life. It is easy to get caught up with the crazy hustle and bustle of the world, forgetting to take a little time for yourself to give back, nurture, and receive the gifts and fruits of your labor. The healing energy of nurturing is available to you now, and you are being encouraged to take a moment to honor yourself with this light. Something in your life is calling for some love and nurturing. Don't ignore the call. Okay. I'm going to shuffle. Oh, crap. I'm going to shuffle and move on to Virgo. I just realized that I did not write the stinking timestamp down for Leo. You know what that means? I've been doing that lately, and that means that I put a question mark with a smiley face. Actually, I normally do the mustache. Oh, well. Sorry, no timestamp for the Leos. Ouch. I think I've done it for Libra. I've done it for Capricorn. And maybe I've only done it twice before. I don't know. Whoopsies. Yeah, I could possibly take the time to go through the whole thing and figure it out, but I just am not going to. Hello, shadows of you, shadows of me. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Every day is my Friday because I work from home, and I also homeschool my son. So every day feels like Friday to me. But happy Friday to you all. Hopefully it is as sunny there as it is here. We're going on a hike tomorrow. I don't know where, but I'm excited. I think it's supposed to be a little bit warmer tomorrow than it is today. It's nice to get out in nature. Do the nature thing. Okay. Virgo. I can't believe I did not write Leo's timestamp. Oh. All right, Virgo, this is for the week ahead, the 6th through to the 12th. Leanne! You're in luck, Leanne. It was Leo's timestamp that I didn't write this time. Although we're only on Virgo, so there's still time. All right. Week ahead, 6th through the 12th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I almost said Virgo. Also, I do not respond to the chat while I am in the middle of a reading. I only do it when I'm shuffling because then I get all kerfunkled. I get kerfunkled. Nice. Okay. Wow. I think that's enough. Virgo, overall energy for this week, upcoming week. We have number 16, patience. You've been patient. Divine timing is at play, and it's pertaining to a main male. So interesting. You could be the main male, or this, if you are not a man. Well, whether you are or not, there could be a main male in your life, so you're going to know. If you're a female, clearly this pertains to a main male in your life. Could be any main male. How the fudge did I do that? I do not know what's going on. I normally pick 3 cards for the lower and apparently only dealt 2 and then called it a day. Interesting. I don't believe in accidents or coincidences, so we're going to just roll with it. We have the Death card. That is Scorpio energy, transmutation. So I feel like divine timing is taking place this week. If not this week, very shortly after. And the reason being pertaining to this main male is with the Death card, there's something shifting and changing. And we have the Fool card, Aquarius, Aries energy, which is all about there's something shifting in this new beginning. There's a new beginning taking place for sure. Taking this leap of faith, looking fear in the face and kicking it in the you know what and moving through it. It feels like this new beginning is going to be very transformative, transformational in your life. And again, it's pertaining to a main male. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have the Sun card, only the happiest card in the deck. Joy, happiness, abundance, prosperity, creativity. And it is pertaining to number 16, thoughts. Well, I find this interesting because this appears, even though he's wearing a different outfit, if you look, he's got the same beard. He looks a little bit older with gray hair, but it looks like the same man, generally, somewhat. And I didn't mean beard, I meant mustache. That being said, this feels like it almost feels like somebody feels like you are the catalyst, their catalyst, like creative endeavors. They think of you. We've got paintbrushes and everything here, which is interesting because I believe on this card, yeah, we do have paintbrushes. I'm like, don't make a liar out of me, Spirit. We have paintbrushes right there. So whether or not, I almost feel like you're picking up on this person's energy of you. If you're in the Sun and you're feeling creative and happy and joyful, I feel like you're thinking of each other, if that makes sense. Which, yes, we can pick up on other people's thoughts. Sometimes we confuse them as our own. We have the Nine of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. It's chironic energy. And the Nine of Wands isn't so bad because this is somebody who's still a little bit on edge, but they're getting closer to the 10. They're getting closer to just dropping all that crap behind. They've been through a long, upwards of 9 years, if not longer, of stuff that they've been carrying around, baggage that really hasn't been serving them. But we have the Judgment card, and this is Scorpio. This is about surrendering all of that and moving in a new direction. And when we move in a new direction, let's just say that I'm coming towards you and all these baggage things start hitting me like, oh, remember the one time when this happened and this scenario seems the same, and oh, maybe they really don't like you and this isn't going to end well, or, you know, I don't know how to paint. I'm horrible at it. That's when you surrender all of that, meaning you just let it go and you're moving in a new direction. And the new direction still is me coming towards you or you coming towards me, but I'm not bringing all that crap with me. It's like I'm letting it go. I'm surrendering it and I'm moving forward. We have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is a few things. It's collaboration. You could be collaborating with this person. This feels very creative and artistic. I will say that in one way, shape, or form. That can be a lot of things. But also this is the Three of Pentacles does talk about, it does sometimes lead to romance. I don't see that here. I'm just putting that out there for you. But I will say that this is all about creativity. The Three of Pentacles is about doing what it is that you love, what you're passionate about. And then we have the Tower, Scorpio, Aries energy. This is life-changing. And I feel like, hence the transformative new beginning, this new path that you're taking is life-changing. You're not bringing all of this with you. You've surrendered that and you're moving forward. The new direction you're moving in is this collaboration to follow your passion, your drive, and creativity. And that's what's going to change your life. And frankly, there's somebody involved here. It is a main male. So whoever that is to you. I will read your chakra card. Virgo, give me one moment. Number 34, universal light. Universal light, 34. Now I'm getting this song. You are the sunshine of my life. Okay, soul star chakra. Affirmation, I am a divine channel of universal light. You've pulled this card today to remind you that you are always connected to and an extension of the powerful universal light of the cosmos. This light is what fuels your soul and gives birth to the stars. It is the all-wise, all-knowing, all-loving energy of the universe. This light is divine, unconditional love at its purest. Sometimes you can feel disconnected and shut off from this light. However, in truth, you are an extension of and made up of this energy and can never be separated. Beautiful, Virgo. We are going to move on to Libra after I do a little shuffle. Leanne, are you driving or are you stationary? Better not be driving. I feel like you're always driving. Yay! See, it just took a little stern talking to from me. No. Oh, shadows of you, shadows of me, you're in Michigan. I don't know why. I feel like anytime I've seen Michigan, and mind you, I don't see Michigan a lot. I've never been there per se, but I had a really good friend of mine for years. At one point, my best friend who lived there, still lives there, I believe. I don't know. And it always just made me think of like cloudy. And I don't know if it's because it's like the car capital and all the industrial stuff, but it always just seemed gray and cloudy. Or at least that's what pops into my mind when I think of Michigan. So I totally could be wrong. It could be totally beautiful there all the time. Yeah. I think that's just an image. Hey, wait, wasn't Beverly Hills Cop, wasn't he from Michigan? Da-na-na-na-na. Dearborn, maybe, something. Anyway, hold on, I need a sip of my coffee. It's a lot of cloudy in Michigan. See, I felt it. I felt the lots of cloudy there. And again, it's not like I've seen pictures or like paid attention. I just, that's what I think of when I think of Michigan. Libra, 5320. Libra, the week ahead for Libra. The 16th through the 16th, the 6th through to the 12th. God, April just started. We are not on the 16th yet. 6th through to the 12th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Interesting, Libra. I almost feel like this coincides with your mid-month. Unless I'm thinking of another sign that I did. I don't know. I haven't done that many. I just got started on them. Well, that's a whole lot of stuff going on here. Okay, Libra. So, overall energy for this upcoming week. We have number 27, walking away. Pertaining or not pertaining to, as well as number 16, patience, divine timing. And it's pertaining to number 37, poverty. So it's interesting because I feel like there's an energy of walking away clearly from poverty or a poverty mindset, a poverty situation, something that makes you feel lacking or less than, which is an internal job, but as an extension. It does pour out in your 3D. I do feel like divine timing is at play, but I also feel like you've been patient, and your walking away is definitely going to be transformative, huge transformation. So are you walking away from a situation that makes you feel less than? Maybe you've already done the internal work and you're like, okay, my vibration has raised and this is no longer in resonance with me. It's time for me to go. Or are you needing to do the inside work? I feel like most likely you've already done the inside work, but let's take a gander, shall we? Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune, Pisces, Sagittarius energy. Well, that divine timing is about ready to pay off for you, that patience, because at this point, the Wheel of Fortune is talking about a sudden jolt of progress seemingly out of nowhere. Things finally get moving after a time of stagnancy. Could also be a windfall. We have the 8 of Pentacles. That's you putting in that work, energy, and effort to move forward, to shift or change or walk away from whatever it is. But also I feel like you've been putting forth the energy, the effort. The Death card, Scorpio energy. You've been putting forth the effort to transform, to shift. The Death card's transmutation. What are we transforming? A complete and utter life change, the Tower. And frankly, Scorpio, Aries energy, this life change is going to, it's almost like I've been doing this, I've been doing all the work, I've been doing everything, nothing's changed. And then bam, everything's different. And it's so quick and abrupt. But if you're looking at this, it's like, I want to walk away. I'm waiting on divine timing. There's this poverty situation or mindset. And then out of the blue, bam, progress. I've been working so hard, and that transformation has completely changed my life. Crazy. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 49, Angel of Love. Okay, so this is pertaining to number 11, sudden wealth. So for some of you, I'm not saying like go bet the hog or bet the farm. I don't know how that works. I think it's bet the farm, not the hog. Whatever, don't bet the hog either. But if you are so inclined to go put a dollar towards a lotto ticket or something, might not be a bad idea. I'm not saying you're going to win, but this is literally something that is going to be life-changing. Now it's the Angel of Love, which means that you're in that energy of love, feeling love for everybody, everything, every person, place, and situation. That's what's calling in this sudden wealth, is that shift, that transformation in your energy is what's causing this major life change. And so it's got to be something felt. Follow your intuition. I should say that. Don't just go randomly buy a ticket unless you're intuitively drawn to. But I also feel like when it comes to matters of the heart, you're going to feel like you hit the jackpot. Why? Because we have a Page of Cups. Well, pages bring news. Feels like there is some kind of a romantic situation here. And frankly, we have the Devil card smack dab in the middle. You could have Capricorn in your chart or be dealing with a Capricorn. What I will say is the Devil being surrounded by 2 very amazing cards, I don't feel as though it's anything nefarious. I feel like if anything, it's saying don't walk down that old path, maybe thought-wise or codependent-wise, or losing yourself to somebody, or don't go out and drink too much or things like that. Or even if you are going to go buy a lotto ticket, don't turn it into some kind of addiction of, oh, I didn't get it this time, I got to go again. I just think it's a small warning. But at the end of the day, we have the 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. It is emotional sovereignty. So what I feel like it's saying is, it almost feels like this is your love cycle. And forgive me, but it feels like you started out, pages are young. It's young energy, young love, right? And then we went through this whole toxic romantic style. And now we finally made it out to the other side of emotionally sovereign, where we fill up our own cup and we have enough to help fill others up. Not help, but you can't give love unless you love your own. Like, you have to give it to yourself before you have it to give. And for some of you, there was codependency. There was all sorts of things going on with your relationship style, if you will. Beautiful energy. I definitely feel like you have something or somebody coming in for you. It's a time to celebrate joy, happiness. I feel prosperity and abundance coming in. And I feel like you're finally letting go of that poverty mindset. Libra. Let's see what your chakra card is, Libras. Okay. Number 30. I am presence. I am presence. These cards are so pretty. Number 30. Crown chakra. My I am presence shines brightly through me for all to see. You have pulled this card today as an indication that you are connecting to your I am presence at a deeper level. Just like each of us has angels and spirit guides that walk with us in higher realms, we also have an aspect of ourselves that resonates in this higher state of consciousness. The I am presence is the all-loving, all-knowing, all-wise aspect of yourself that holds profound guidance and wisdom at all times. All right, Libra, that's what I have for you. We're going to move on to Scorpio after I do a little shuffle. Thank you all for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. Thank you to all my subscribers and my group members. You guys are rock stars. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I'm just excited because it's Friday and it's nice out, and tomorrow I'm going on a hike. That's exciting. Get out in nature. Although I live literally at the base of the mountains, and so I more or less live in nature always, but it's different when you go on an adventure. Okay. Alrighty. Scorpio. Scorpio. For the week ahead. Scorpio, the 6th through to the 12th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channeled messages that come my way. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements. Sun, moon, rising. Yeah, I almost said Virgo again. Venus. Maybe there's a Virgo in your life. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio. Interesting. Wow. Okay. Overall energy for Scorpio, we have number 12, the Templed Path. And it is pertaining to number 42, Thief in the reverse. I definitely feel like you're no longer standing in your own way or preventing yourself from taking the steps towards your templed path. I feel like you are definitely indeed on your templed path. I heard ain't no way, ain't no how. It doesn't feel like anything's standing in your way. There's no more blocks. It's wide open. We have the 7 of Pentacles. This is all about seeds that you have planted, things coming to fruition, fruits finally bearing, or the trees finally bearing fruits of the energy drops, if you will, that you put in previously. We have the 7 of Swords. This is strategy. It does sometimes talk about being self-deceptive, but for me, this feels more like strategy. I feel like you are finally, interesting. I heard playing the game of life. So it feels as though you've planted seeds in whatever this, I wish we were clarifying, because it feels like there's some form of strategy pertaining to some kind of movement forward. With the Knight of Wands, this is all about forward momentum, passion, drive, taking action. That could be your strategy, is to take action, move forward. There's something I feel coming in for you, though, and I don't know. It feels like something that you've put a lot of energy and effort towards. It's not giving me a definite on what it might be. But I feel like you've kept your, if anything, your strategy could have just been keeping your spirits high, if you will. And the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 6, contract. And it's pertaining to number 31, bad health. When it comes to a contract and bad health, it almost feels like this is a soul contract. It could be your own health issue. It could be somebody you're dealing with. I got to tell you, when I first pulled the cards, it felt like somebody was going to be passing. And it feels like whomever this person is that's passing is somebody that it's their time, if you will. Like, this doesn't feel out of place or shocking. And this could just be a message for one person, but I definitely felt like this is somebody who is possibly a fire sign, part of the family, and their cycle has come to an end. And again, this is maybe not, maybe this is just for one person, but I feel like there was health issues and it's all come full circle. We do have a King of Wands, specifically it's Sag, but it's Aries, Leo, Sag. We have a 10 of Cups, which tells me that this is somebody that is family. And then we have the World card, which is the end of a cycle, with the bad health and the contract, like the contract has come to an end. And again, I got this right as the cards laid down, and I don't know that this is for everybody. I feel like if this is not your aspect in the underlying energy, it could maybe not be a passing. It could just be the ending of a cycle pertaining to a family member or a lover of that respect. But I can only give you what I'm getting. And so that underlying energy, there's somebody is moving on in whatever aspect that is. And for whoever this specific message is for, because it feels very specific, it's somebody that you, in essence, already had bad health and you knew that they were going to be passing on, and that contract is coming due. As far as in this energy, it feels again like you are walking your templed path. There's nothing standing in your way. For the person who resonates with the underlying, that could be the catalyst that opens up this. A lot of times when somebody passes in our life, even if we knew it was coming, it can shift our life dramatically. But again, the feeling of receiving something for me almost felt like there was something that you were given. Again, if we're talking about the person who resonates with the underlying, or people, take it how it resonates. That 7 of Pentacles, the seeds well planted, it feels like whomever this person is has left you something, and your strategy, you're strategizing on how to move forward, not only with what you've been left, but in life in general. It just feels, I know this feels very specific, but I can only give you what I'm getting, and this feels very specific for somebody. So if Scorpio, you have another placement, maybe check that out. But I definitely feel like this is talking about a specific person. I can't really spin it any other way. I just feel like this is a message for somebody that they need to hear it. So we have number 14, Scorpio, inner strength. God, I'm getting the chills all over. Interesting. Well, I got the chills and then I felt mildly nauseous. And I almost wonder if this person had something to do with their heart or their stomach. Number 14. Inner strength, solar plexus chakra. Affirmation, I have the strength to face all of life's challenges with grace. You've pulled this card as a reminder that it is time to call on your inner strength. You have the ability to deal with anything in your life. We are all part of the universe, which has magnificent power and energy available to us at all times. You are being invited to connect, to acknowledge, and call upon the incredible strength that lies within you. Life may be challenging for you at a present, and you are reminded that you have the tools and the ability to conquer anything that comes your way. I am feeling emotional, super emotional. It's time to let go of that energy and move on to Sagittarius. I'm going to shuffle first. And stop with the chills. We're good. Message received. Or if they haven't received it yet, they will. Message given. Spirit, message has been given. Delivered. Ooh, look at you, Leanne. My bouncer's back. Thank you all so much for joining me on this beautiful Friday. Thank you for hitting the like button, for subscribing. Thank you for my channel group members. You guys are freaking rock stars. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you to Vicky and Leanne. Thank you to Shadow of You, Shadow of Me. I don't really recognize the others in the chat, but thank you all. I appreciate you. I do. I missed a card. Shuffle, shuffle. I don't know why lately when I say shuffle, I want to like do a shuffle. Like I feel like getting up and doing the shuffle. Oh gosh. Okay, Sagittarius. All right, Sag. We're not taking all those. Sorry. This is for the week ahead, the 6th through to the 12th. I do give my feeling on the card along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Ooh. Feel free to watch your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or cross watch for somebody that you are dealing with. Oh, I thought it was flipped already. One more. Nice. Okay, Saggy. Good grief. Can I just claim this reading for my own self? I don't know what I have Sag in, if I have any Sag. But I will tell you, I'm mainly water. But you have the sun. Your overall energy, Sag, is the sun. The happiest card in the deck. Joy, happiness, creativity, abundance. And it's pertaining to number 33, concern. And number 1, main male. So I feel like if you had any concern pertaining to a main male, you can put all of that to rest because, or you could be the main male. With the sun, the happiest card in the deck, I don't know why there would be any concern unless you're in happiness, joy, and there's a main male in your life that feels concerned for you. Maybe there's a change that has brewed within you and they are just like, what is going on here? Like, this seems out of character. So take it how it resonates. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Well, that's beautiful energy. I love the 3 of Pentacles because it not only talks about collaboration with others, but it talks about going after what you find creative and passionate about, and literally creating something from that. The Pentacles, something in the 3D, you're actually creating. We have the Knight of Wands. That is passion, drive, desire, forward momentum, taking action. That feels like your energy. You're taking action on what? The Judgment card, Scorpio energy. That's the final judgment. The final judgment is all about surrender and moving in a new direction. But it also sometimes talks about releasing, letting go, having forgiveness for the past. Sometimes it does talk about somebody coming back around from the past. But I feel like if there was concern about this main male, you've since let it go. Like, you're going to be letting it go. Because I feel like this energy you're in, it's all about forward momentum, action, passion, drive, desire, creativity, abundance. It's beautiful energy. So I don't know about that concern. That could be somebody else. I feel like you're golden regardless. And the underlying energy, that which you may or may not be aware of, we have number 34, door to personal healing and happiness. So maybe there was some light shed on something of this main male and you've let it go. I don't know. I will say that you've opened the door to personal healing and happiness, and we have the sun. And I'm being drawn to the peacock in this card for some reason. Maybe look up what that means spiritually for you. Maybe it already means something for you. But healing, personal healing and happiness is a major shift. And it's pertaining to number 19, coffin. That's the death card, Scorpio energy. And it's all about transmutation. So you've shifted your energy. And maybe, again, that's the concern. This person's like, what's going on with you? Like, you are a little too happy, a little too awesome, a little too amazing, passionate, driven. Either way, you have the 9 of Pentacles. Ooh, hummingbird. 9 of Pentacles. That is wish fulfillment. It is also the energy of being able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's abundance, it's prosperity. And honestly, I'm going to throw this Queen of Pentacle in here because the rabbit keeps staring me in the face. That's specifically Capricorn, but it's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could be somebody you're dealing with, but in essence, I feel like it's all about being grounded, stable, secure. It also talks about liking the finer things in life and being able to be generous with others. But the lucky rabbit, it feels very much like you have the Midas touch at this time, Scorpio. Scorpio, not Scorpio. Sag. You know what I meant. You had 2 cards come out, Sagittarius. We have number 13, personal power. Definitely feeling that. And number 20, play. That both feels like the sun card, like creativity, joy, happiness. I'm only going to read one of these. So personal power, solar plexus chakra, affirmation, I am empowered. You have called upon this card today because it is time to step fully into your power. We are living a truly exciting time here on earth, and we are all encouraged and invited to live more from a place of empowerment. I will also say that the play card is talking about inner child, to find that inner child, be more playful in life. Okay, we're moving on to Capricorn. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Crappy corn. Oh. Interesting. I don't know who this is for. Maybe Capricorn, but I'm getting, so maybe I should wait. Wait to say the song I'm getting. I'll wait till I timestamp, till I'm done. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Do, 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 do. Okay. I'm like trying to hurry so that I can tell you the song. Ah, itchy nose. Okay, Capricorn. This is for the week ahead. The 6th through to the 12th. And before I get into the other spew, the song I was getting for you while I was shuffling is White Snake. I believe it's called White Snake. Here I Go Again on My Own. So maybe check out the lyrics to that. It might have something imperative in that song for you. Oh, Kalidokali. Capricorn. Overall energy, we have number 39, 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. I feel like this came out in the reverse, but we'll read it both ways. It is pertaining to Journey and number 10 and number 36, Distant Horizons. I don't know if I can do that correctly. This is self-expression and speaking your truth. So in the reverse, it feels like you're needing to open up and speak your truth and maybe even get clarity on what your truth is. In the upright, it is all about knowing your truth, having clarity. And again, truth isn't going to be like, I think you're an a-hole. It's going to be like, I know spirit is real. I know that I am spirit having a human experience. I know what's right for me in this moment. Nobody's going to sway me. You know, let's say it's about taking a trip. And somebody's like, are you really sure you want to do that? Like, I don't think that's a good idea. And you're like, no, my truth, I know what my truth is. I know that this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm going. It's being very definite and speaking it if need be, but knowing it more than anything. With the Journey card and the Distant Horizon, I definitely feel like there is a shift and change taking place. Journey is all about new beginnings. It's about taking that leap of faith and moving in a new direction. And it's interesting because it's saying in the distant horizon, which to me almost feels more like the ship is coming in. There's something that maybe you've started a journey already and you're just waiting on that ship to come in. Keep your clarity and your truth. I will say that. We have the 6 of Cups. This is a few things. It's about reminiscing on the past, making sure that you don't stay there for too long. But it also does talk about somebody coming back around from the past and or past life gifts coming back around for you. However, what I find interesting is that we have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. So I feel like this pertains more to some kind of a past desire or interesting because I heard wound and then I heard past reflection. There's something that you need to gain clarity on from the past. There's something that you could be recreating or remanifesting if you don't gain clarity. And also when we're talking about the past, it's okay to remember the good times, but never to wish those back into now, if that makes sense. It would behoove you to look to not repeating a past, but to expanding, like, okay, I had it made, living on mom's couch. Not, I want to live on mom's couch again. It's, I can't wait to you know, maybe at some point pay it forward. Mom's living on my couch, and not really on the couch, but you know what I mean. Like, we're expanding, we're reminiscing the time of it feeling comfortable and joyful, but then we're going to grow it. We don't want the past back. We've already lived it. May have felt good and fuzzy. We can build more good and fuzzy. We never want to recreate. We don't want to repeat a cycle. We have Judgment. So Scorpio energy, this is you surrendering and moving in a new direction. And by surrendering, there's something that I feel like you needed to dredge up in order to clear out. But I feel like there's definitely a warning not to attempt to recreate the good times from the past. There's just something that there's clarity that needs to be discovered, is what I'm hearing, pertaining to some kind of a past. Could even be past love situations. I don't honestly feel like anybody's coming back around from the past. I feel like this is pertaining to your past, your emotional past, could even be childhood, and something that you need to be like understand, have clarity on, truth, honesty. I do feel like you are creating this opportunity, this new opportunity, and you're already on the journey. It's just, I feel like your ship is going to take, it's not coming in tomorrow kind of energy. We have in the underlying blossoming abundance, and number 3, and it's pertaining to number 29, imprisonment. So I feel like as you get clear on your emotional, how do I explain that? There's something that's blocking you, but you don't want to focus on what's blocking you. It's almost like you want to pull it up to see it in order to have clarity, in order to start creating this new shift and change, which again, I feel like you're already on the journey to figuring that out. It's just the ship isn't going to come in. You're not going to be able to get out of that self-imposed prison or that cycle until there's clarity, a truth, an understanding, speaking your truth, knowing your truth, having that clarity. With the Knight of Wands, I feel like you are definitely passionately moving towards a 3 of Pentacles along with the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Pentacles is a collaboration, also creativity, feeling very successful and passionate about what it is that you're creating in the 3D, something to celebrate. For some of you, there was a third-party situation, and that's what you might be hung up on or about. But it's it's your abundance that's being affected, that you're somehow like choking. You're choking your abundance. I do feel like you are going to shift out of this energy. There is going to be celebration, joy, happiness, possibly even a new friend group coming in, working with others, passion, drive. It feels good. It's just, I feel like you need to follow your heart, but there's something pertaining to, it could even be that maybe you don't feel like you're deserving because at some point in your childhood, you were made to feel, or you ended up feeling like you weren't good enough or you weren't worthy. There's something pertaining to that that's blocking your abundance from blossoming. It could be trickling in, but there's some clarity or truth that you're needing to see. I feel like you're going to. Number 18, love. Now I'm getting Johnny Cash. I fell into a burning ring of fire. Number 18. Okay. Affirmation. I am love and love is me. Heart chakra. You have called upon this card today as a reminder that love is all you need. Your true essence in every single cell in your being vibrates to the powerful essence of love. You may be going through a challenging time at present, such as a relationship breakup, a challenging family situation, friendship breakdown, or some personal challenges. Pulling this card today as a reminder that love is the key to your current situation. All you need is love. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. We're going to move on to Aquarius. I'm going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle first. Oh, so many children. I think it's the Boys and Girls Club. And I think it's spring break. So I think they're on a day walk to the park. On a side note, our Boys and Girls Club is really junky. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Like, I don't know. I've never been to a Boys and Girl Club. And frankly, I've never actually been really inside of this one ever. But you can see it from the outside. And it just, you would think it being a Boys and Girls Club that it would be more catered to, you know, like having certain things. Like a playground equipment, and like they have a huge gym that has basketball hoops. And then they have a bunch of like buildings. So I'm sure they have games and things like that, but I don't know. You'd think that it would be different. Different. I'd make it different. If it was mine, I would. Lenina, I already did Taurus. It was the second sign I did. I will be putting timestamps when I'm all finished here, except for Leo. Leo does not get a timestamp because I missed it. Okay, we're going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius, the week ahead for the sign of Aquarius. The 6th through to the 12th. Had to think about that for a second. For the sign of Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know for the week ahead? I feel like that Judgment card is like steady coming out. Okay. Aquarius, overall energy for this upcoming week. We have number 34, door to personal healing and happiness, and it's pertaining to number 20, home. If there was some issues taking place in your home, I feel like that could be resolved. I feel more so that this is talking about the mind. You're finding personal healing and happiness pertaining to thoughts, feelings, emotions, things of that nature. I will also say that for some of you, it could be a chironic return. Also, there could be some kind of a dark night of the soul that you're moving through. I feel like there's well, I keep hearing dark shadow being casted. And so I don't know if you felt a dark shadow was casted. I feel like opening the door to the personal healing and happiness is going to shift out of that. But even looking at this house card, it feels like there's darkness. Like, well, I heard dark to light. Now I'm getting weird flutters, not necessarily heart chakra. Interesting. We have the 7 of Swords. There could have been a lot of self-deception taking place. I heard sarcasm. Can I get more? Like, that could be a lot of things. It could be that somebody, I mean, it's air energy, so it could be mental sarcasm. It could be you speak a lot of sarcasm or people are speaking it towards you, but it feels more nefarious, like kind of put downs hidden in sarcasm, like, oh, you're such an a-hole, ha, 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 kind of energy. But it's like, no, they really mean it. They're just playing it off. Could be your energy, somebody you're dealing with. Interesting that we have the 9 of Wands, because that is, well, chironic wounding. It talks about burdens and things that you've been carrying for far too long. You could have been triggered a lot lately as well, but it feels more like it almost feels like, oh my gosh, I heard you're not the problem, but you are the problem. I feel like maybe you've told yourself that you're not the problem. With the Seven of Swords, it feels like you've been self-sabotaging or self-deception when it comes to your Nine of Wands. The burdens that you carry around, like it's everybody else's problem, like it's their fault. And that's just not really the way it works. I will say that we finally get that Judgment card, which, like I said, a lot of people have been getting that. That's Scorpio energy. It's when you surrender. You drop the swords, you let go, and you move in a new direction. So if you've been in the direction of it's your fault, it's everybody's fault, I'm like the innocent little victim here, the new direction is no, it is your fault. You've created it. And I feel like that could be, well, I heard spring cleaning, and then I heard the clean out. Like there's something shifting and changing pertaining to your mind, thought, energy, emotional body. I also feel like there could be a feeling of a lifting of a dark cloud over you, over your home space. Take that how it resonates. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of, we have number 43, man holding a coin, and it's pertaining to your occupation. We have the Knight of Swords, and so I feel like there is going to be a truth and clarity coming through on your occupation. I feel as though it's going to end up being very grounded and stable. For some of you, you also could be opening your home to personal healing and happiness for others, but there's something of your own accord that you need to work through first. The Knight of Swords, again, that's clarity, truth, and it's also having like this laser focus on what? The Hermit. So it's interesting because although you could be eventually opening up to that for occupation, the Hermit is literally somebody who makes a choice to shut themselves off from people, places, and situations for a time in order to go within, figure out what they're truly passionate about, get to know their higher self, their truth, get clarity, figure out what their true north node is, their North Star, what their, I heard objective is on this mission, but I feel like that's such an Aquarius thing to say. Like, Aquariuses are very otherworldly, if you will. But to figure out what their sole purpose is, if you will, or their, objective on the mission is, and to get to know their higher self, their spiritual side. But I feel like you could be, with that knowledge, not only healing your own self, you're letting go of this energy, but being able to open up to healing others. And with the man holding the coin, it feels very grounded, stable, and fruitful, if you will. I like that. I like that energy. I mean, once we move through this, but you've already opened the door to personal healing and happiness. So you could already be working through all of that. Aquarius, we have number 24, listening. Interesting. Number 24 for the Aquarius. Throat chakra. I listen contently and hear the words of wisdom loud and clear. You've drawn this card today to let you know it's time to take note and listen. Messages and guidance come in many forms, and you are being asked to stop for a moment and listen to the wisdom that is coming your way. You may have asked for a sign or some guidance recently. The answer will be revealed if you listen carefully. The most profound guidance comes from within, and it's time to start listening and trusting your own soul. Within. Go within. Meditate. All right. Aquarius, that is what I have for you. We are moving on to Les Pisces. Last but surely not least, thank you all so so much for joining me on this Friday. And thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Thank you to my group members. Truly appreciate all of you. And my diehards that come and see me on my lives. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Alrighty. Pisces. Pisces, Pisces. Pisces, I hope you all had a good birthday. Also, feel free to leave a comment or questions or whatever. All right. Oop, dang it. I gotta remember how to write that one. Okay. Pisces, week ahead, the 6th through to the 12th. Pisces. I do give my feeling on the card, along with any channel messages that come my way. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Feel free to watch your other placements, sun, moon, rising, Venus. Ooh. Interesting. Ooh, goodness. Okay, okay, okay. All right, Pisces. Overall energy for this upcoming week. Hold on, I need a sip of coffee. I'm parched. Okay. Number 44, woman holding a heart. I feel like that's your energy, regardless. But this is pertaining to a main male. So you could be feeling some kind of romance towards a main male, something that could be shifting, changing, transforming. This person could have feelings towards you. You could be picking up on their energy. We have the Hermit card, and it actually feels like you've gone within, you're going within. For a time, you could have felt like, which is notorious for Pisces, like they need to recharge their energy. And so they can be like out and about and do whatever. And then they need to be hermit for a while. I will say that for me, that's like daily. Some people, it depends. It wasn't always daily for me, but I've gotten to a point where I'm like, and it's me time. I think the older I got, the more I was like, I need to recharge my batteries. But I feel like you're going towards your passion, your wish fulfillment, your drive. You're very spiritually connected as it is. You could be truly going within to connect even more so with that higher self. We have the 7 of Wands. So the 7 of Wands is, it's almost, it kind of goes with the hermit energy, like you're almost defensive towards energy coming your way. It's like you're trying to, in essence, protect yourself from energy. It could be this main male, but it's feeling like you're maybe on a down cycle, not down as in bad, but like energy saving, meaning that like, okay, I need my space. Because it feels like you're almost keeping other people's energy at bay. You could be very popular at this time. There could be a lot of people attracted to your energy, which could be very overwhelming. We have a King of Cups. Well, Pisces, that's you showing up very strong. But if you look at this, it looks as if you are almost warding something or somebody off. It feels like you're protecting your energy from possibly somebody, maybe the main male is the hermit energy. It's somebody who has disappeared for some time and they're coming back around. More than anything, I feel like you are definitely in your power, highly intuitive, psychic. And if you feel the need to protect your energy, then definitely do so. Follow your intuition. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface, okay. The person that you're dealing with could be going through their own spiritual awakening. Whoever that main male is. In the underlying energy, that which is happening beneath the surface that you may or may not be aware of. We have number 22, yin yang. Well, maybe you're both going through it, because yin is like a spiritual winter. Again, it's about going, it's akin to the hermit card, really. And it's pertaining to a main female. So it's possible that both of you were going inward, maybe elevating at the same time, whoever the main male is for you. It's interesting because it feels as though, well, we have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. Whatever you're going inward towards, or take it how it resonates. I feel like in essence, you're both going through the same energy. It feels as though you are definitely in your power. And with the Magician, it feels like you are in alchemy and creating. What I find interesting, though, is that we have a 5 of Cups. And so the 5 of Cups is focusing on that which is lacking, that which has spilled out, not realizing that there's still opportunity behind you. So, I mean, that which you focus on, you perpetuate. I feel like that's just kind of a warning to know that you are in your full power right now, and to take heed to focus on the good things and not what isn't working. We have a 10 of Pentacles. So this pertains to long-term longevity. 10 of Pentacles. It's also an ending. It means that you've reached the end of a cycle. Could be financial or in business. It could be that you're trying to manifest something in emotional. Maybe your emotions are not in the right place when it comes to this stable, secure situation. At the end of it all, we have the 6 of Pentacles, which to me talks about a windfall coming in for you, balance being restored. But it pertains to a main male and a main female. So I definitely feel like this is, whether it's in business, love, all of the above. We've got energy. It's almost like tug of war. Like maybe when one is and hermit, the other one isn't, and vice versa. But it feels like more than anything, you need to make sure that you're focused on what is working out for you, especially if you're attempting to create something long-term or longevity. This also talks about maybe there were some kerfunkles along the way in this this road that you've traveled. Either way, you're manifesting. You're in control of your energy. Therefore, your vibration, that's what you're creating. So if inevitably you're going to get things back into balance, receive some kind of financial windfall, and you're definitely in your power. I feel like there's a lot of different spiritual transformative things taking place for you at this time. All right, Pisces, let's get your chakra card. You have number 28, visualization. Pisces, number 28. Affirmation, my third eye is opened and I have profound vision. Third eye chakra. You have attracted this card into your awareness today because this is a creative time of visualization for you. Visualization is a tool for manifesting your desire and dreams, and a powerful way for you to receive visions and messages from the spirit world. When we visualize, we activate the third eye chakra, and yours is currently expanding and awakening. You are encouraged to practice exercises that enhance this process, such as meditation and breath work. I will say that is talking about you being in creation. So not only do you want to continue to keep it open, practice, blah, 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 whatever, you also need to keep your emotions in check, because that what you focus on is what you're creating. You perpetuate that vibration, and that's what you end up creating. And so for some of you, you could be picking up on cups that have spilled out or over. Maybe it's deceased loved ones. Maybe that's what you're picking up on. Maybe the too much energy that's coming in is on a psychic level and not necessarily in a physical. Because I'll be honest, it didn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense that we had this energy, which is highly spiritual, really being in tune with oneself, going within, and then feeling bombarded with energy. But now that I'm actually receiving the guidance, thank you, it feels like you literally are receiving, it could be passed over, people, anything. And it could be an overload of energy. You are definitely in your power. And whomever the main male is, that could be you or somebody you're dealing with. It also could pertain to somebody who's passed over, a spirit guide of sorts. With the magician, that's the alchemy and being in clearly creating. So even if this is people that you're picking up on, you need to keep your emotions in check. That's what I have for everybody. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Anything? Anyone? Bueller? I don't know where I saw that the other day. I thought it was funny. It was funny. Had to be there, I guess. All right. Well, that's what I have. I'm going to go ahead and jump off of here and go enjoy Le Sunshine before, actually, it's like, what time is that? I don't even know what time it is. Oh, almost 2 o'clock. Sun's going to be out for a while because we've already hit that shift in this light savings time. But you all enjoy your weekend. I truly appreciate you. Again, thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Thank you to my channel members. You guys are freaking amazing. Oh, thank you, Helena from Sweden. I have some friends who live in Sweden. Anyways, I appreciate you all. I will see you all next week. And yeah, till then, see you later.